와
Thank you.
how interesting a performance. And of course, I need to welcome all of you to our Sound and Motion today. For a lot of you out there, you may not have found that interesting in the way I thought it was interesting, because for those of you who have followed the Arirang performances, the concerts here, either music or dance, you will have noticed something something unique, something a little bit different than a lot of the dances that you might have seen. Of course, the one that you saw is because of the costumes, you can already tell that it's court dances, and because of the lack of many movements, it's the calm, very quiet, and very highly decorated clothing and costume style of what we call Changgu, which is court palace-style banquet dances. But what you have just seen is sort of a combination of, let's say, as an example, like two ballets put together, like Swan Lake and Nutcracker coming together, and then one of the ballerinas might suddenly sing an opera from an aria from an opera. So it's a very unique combination, because the dance that is done on the mat is usually done by a solo person. But our star today, our guest artist today, has a unique vision of how Korean traditional dance should be presented. And so we're going to step into his very different kind of charismatic world of Korean traditional dance. With no further ado, I'd like to introduce master of, shall we say, unique traditional dance, Master Song Ha-young, and he'll be presenting the following dance done by himself called Salpuri. And a lot of you know exactly what Salpuri is. You've seen the one single dancer come out and do a very sort of a soul appeasement style of dancing, but that's not what you're going to find in this next dance. So sort of forget all that you know about what Korean traditional dance is. You're going to be introduced to something new.
나울
You have just seen 금강산 타령, which is actually a song. 이게 원래 노래지 않습니까, 선생님?
네,
근데 선생님께서 이 노래를 듣고 이것을 안무를 하셨다, 이거죠?
예.
예. 근데 안무도 좀 특이한 것 같고, 의상도 특이한 것 같고요.
특이한 건 하나 없어요.
하나도 없으세요?
네, 하나도 없어요.
When you think about what has been tradition, this is only another tradition. 이것도 또 하나의 다른 전통이지 않습니까? 그러니까 전통들이 여러 가지가 있으면서도
여러 가지
그러니까
있죠.
해온 것이 이게 너무나 선생님한테는 당연하다는 것. 그죠?
예, 저는 이렇게 하는 것이 이렇게 자연스럽고
See,
편안하게.
네. 그리고 처음에 그 춘행무 아까 했을
예.
때도 그게 사실 구조는 춘행무는 혼자 추는
네네,
거죠.
동무죠.
근데 선생님께서도 그것도 조금 달리
예.
그 두 가지 춤을
예.
함께 배합을 하신 거잖아요.
예.
예. 근데 선생님은 그러면 그런 안무를 어디에서 이렇게 발상을 하게 되십니까?
왜냐하면은 한국계
예.
아주 동양적일 될 때 한국계 외국에서도 잘
네.
보여지고 우리도 느낌이 가거든요.
네.
아무리 궁중무용이 한국의 제일 전통이라 해도 10분 이상 들리면 졸리고 재미가 없대요. 나부터도 재미가 없어요.
예.
일단은 모르는 사람이나 아는 사람이나 우리가 궁중음악의 특성, 또 궁중무용의 특성, 이걸 잘 비빔밥을 잘 만들어 가지고
네.
상품화를 해야지요.
네.
단지 너무 룰을 넘지 않고
네.
뭐 갑자기 뺑그르르 돈다든지 뛴다든지.
그러면 선생님의 동양미의 가치관은 어디에 있으면 뭐라고 생각을 하세요?
통장미 중에서도 우리 한국으로 말하면 사계절이 확실하거든요.
네.
그렇기 때문에 한 동작에 4가지로 변칙을 써요.
네.
예. 한 음악 한 장단에도 4가지로 변칙을 써서
Four
항상
ways.
예, 아주 정갈한 거, 예, 까바러지지 않는 거.
I haven't heard this before. It's a new way of sort of speaking about the ways of Korean beauty, I guess one should say. 그러면 무용에서
예.
아니면 이 예술 세계에서
예.
꼭 지켜야 되는 거는
지켜야
있다면?
하는 거는 절대 겸손하게 하고, 이 무대 한 번 나갈 때가 생일날이에요, 잔치날이.
네.
평소시 아주 깍쟁이 생활을 해야 돼.
선생님은 계속 그 춤이 선생님의 무용이 안무가 다르지 않다. 이거는 내 방식대로다.
내
근데
방식,
한편은
예.
참 보기가 좋거든요.
아, 감사합니다.
예,
보기
의상
좋다니까.
색깔 배합도 그렇고 여러 가지로 되게 그 한국의 전통 춤이 이렇게 발전을 계속 꾸준히 해오면 바로 이것일 거라는 거를 느낄 수가 있거든요.
아마 제가 하는 것도 아마 한 4, 50년 후에는 전통이 되겠죠, 오리지널.
그렇죠.
제가 죽고 난 다음에.
예.
살아있을 때는 안 될 거예요.
선생님 다음 춤은 어떤
예.
것일 겁니까?
저게 우리 장구 중에서요, 장구춤 하면은 막 뭐랄까, 이 참 북조선이 너무 잘 놀고 잘 뛰어요. 근데 소리는 재미가 없어. 장구통 메고 포즈만 취해. 그래서 우리는 포즈를 좀 무시하고, 장구 장단 중에서 오방진이라는 가락이 있어요. 거기에 뭐랄까, 아주 좀 뭐랄까, 이 물결 있죠.
네.
출동말동하는 거, 그런 분위기를 내요.
네.
그 중에서 살짝 입가심으로 보여드리는 거예요. 오방진 장구 춤가락.
네, 아주 기대됩니다. We'll be looking at a what we call an hourglass dance, drum dance, and I can see that there are about 3 people who are going to come out. And of course, I'm going to expect that it's going to be a little bit different from what you normally see in the Changgu dances that you have seen here before. And in fact, the song that you heard earlier is usually just a song, as I was saying, but he keeps insisting he's not, but he has a very unique way of looking at Korean traditional dance. Let's take a look at our next performance of 오방진 가락. Well, that was Hanryang-mu, and of course another different kind of interpretation of it, because oftentimes you see this very scholarly dance, or a dance that depicts scholars with a large fan, and of course he calls it sort of the hand dance, Hanryang-mu style. And I just asked him earlier why he does it, and he says, well, without any fan in my hand, I can express anything that I want. I'm not tied down. I'm not locked into expressing only one or several kinds of things. He says, I can be a crane, I can be a bird, I can be a tree, a pine tree, anything that I want to be. And that's how he interprets his own style of Hanryang-mu. Well, we've sort of shown you throughout the whole program, everything seems to be a little bit different from the norm, although our master insists that it's not different. It's really just tradition moving on its way. And I believe that that is what we're seeing is the tradition, what it would have been if it had kept on developing. And maybe, I'm sure, in 10 or 20 years that it really will become very classic tradition, which would be very wonderful, because I really am enjoying the dances here today. We'll go on to our next dance, which is again a sort of a combination of two kinds of dances that are brought together in the vision of Master Song. We've combined drum dance, and you've even seen the drum dance done separately, and you'll see kalchum, sort of what we call sort of a sword dance, which you have seen again separately before. But now we're going to combine them into one in the vision, in the eyes of Master Song. Please enjoy. Well, with the various dances that you have seen today, we have sort of introduced you to a very unique dancer of Korean traditional music, Master Song Ha-young. And although I think his dances are very, very beautiful, it's not a matter of his dances being accepted in the Korean dancing community, and it doesn't even matter to him. It's just that he believes in his heart that these dances are natural and that they are very Korean, and that's, I think, what he strives for, is to find the natural beauty of the traditional dances, and he keeps developing them into these very unique style dances. And I was just thinking how to describe Master Song Ha-young's dance. It is not that the looks of his dances are different, but the scent seems to feel and smell different. That's something unique about his dance. Well, hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you enjoyed it, but we're going to go on to this last piece called Sungmu. And for many of you out there, for the Arirang people who have watched many of the Sound and Motion dances here, programs, you have seen Sungmu being interpreted by many different dancers. And of course, all of them are slightly different. But now you need to sort of forget all that you know about Sungmu, because what you see or hear may not be what you have normally heard and seen with the Sungmu dance. I'm going to enjoy it, definitely, so please enjoy our final performance for today, and we'll see you here next time with more interesting Korean traditional music and dance. Bye-bye.